Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family-owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years' experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Good afternoon, baseball fans. Welcome back to Groton, South Dakota here at Lockhurst Field. We are set for game number 2 of Championship Sunday, and Pat Krause bringing you the 2024 Junior American Legion Class B State Tournament. One game in the books today. Groton defeated Clark to claim the fifth place honors in this year's state tournament. Today, we have our coaches meeting right now with the umpires and the commissioners at home plate. We're going to see Beresford taking on Martin. The home team on the scoreboard will be Beresford. Martin will be the visitors. Again, quick little recap of what's happened so far today. Groton defeated Clark 6-2. Kind of an odd game, as Groton led pretty much the whole game and did not get their first hit of the ball game until the 7th inning, and only ended the game with 2 hits. So 2 hits and 6 runs. However, able to score runs on some pitching miscues by Clark, as Clark surrendered, I want to say somewhere in the range of 10 walks, and they hit 4 or 5 batters. So, and they also had in the range of 4 or 5 fielding errors. So take that into account, and that's where Groton was able to capitalize and score their runs. Go through the starting lineups here for Martin. They're the visitors on the scoreboard. Leading off and playing first base, Hayden Rissy. Maddox Rissy is playing shortstop, batting second. Batting third, Russell Niels at third base. Kaysen Soderlund doing the pitching, is batting fourth. Fifth place, Gavin Rissy at second base. Jordan Rissy is in left field. Levi Knoll is catching. Riker Heath is in center field, batting eighth. And Cade Harris batting ninth and playing right. For Beresford, the home team, leading off will be Ashton Oberly playing shortstop. Aiden Bob Zine is at third base, batting second. Batting third is Tucker Martz. He's doing the pitching. Alec Austin is at second base, and he's batting fourth. Batting fifth is Noah Schoenfelder, and he is doing the catching. Evan Hake is at first base, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Miles Eide, and he is in center field. Tommy Walton, right field, batting eighth. And then batting ninth is Jax Fickbohm. These two teams both won their first ball games of the tournament. Beresford defeated Wynn back on Friday, and then they were defeated by Winter Cologne in the semifinal game yesterday afternoon. That put them in the third place game. And Martin defeated Groton on Friday, and then it was defeated last night by Lennox, and that's how these two teams got to this third and fourth place game. We had a little bit of a rain delay. We did get the first game in, thankfully, and right at the end of that game, the skies opened up and we had some rain roll through, and so we are a little bit, I don't want to say behind schedule because we really don't have a set schedule, but it did. It was a little bit of a delay for the grounds crew to get out and work on the field as they waited until the rain let up before they went out and began dragging and getting the field prepped up and ready. But they were able to get out there. Field looks like it's in pretty good shape. Had to add a little bit to the mound and to the plate to dry it off, as it was already wet when they put the tarps on. So, but by the time things get started here and the game gets played, field should be good enough and in playing order. So the rain is moved out for now, it seems, and hopefully stays away. We do have some cloudy skies. Temperatures are cool, and we'll go over the temperature here in a little bit. But so hopefully we'll be able to get a good game. And again, one more left today. After this game, 30 minutes after this game, we'll have the championship ball game, and that championship ball game will be between Winter Cologne and Lennox. So again, if you've been tuning in, continue to tune in and spread the word that even though we only have 2 games left, we're going to bring both of them to you here live on our YouTube channel. So we're going to have the Code of Sportsmanship, so we'll keep it right here as we listen in. And with the Code of Sportsmanship completed, we will get ready here for our first pitch. Umpires for today's ball game here are Roger Metzinger behind the plate, Ace Boucher at first base, Dalton Locke at third base. So a local connection there. Again, Roger Metzinger, yesterday, if you were tuning in right before the final game of the day, Roger was awarded with his 25-year plaque, signifying that he has been in the umpiring profession for 25 years. And I've known Roger for quite a few of those years, and does a nice job from the Redfield area. So in my time living in Groton and playing amateur ball and doing a little coaching, I've seen quite a bit of Roger, and again, we thank him for all his service and dedication, because something that gets overlooked a lot is the time that these umpires, and not just umpires in baseball, but officials in general, they take a lot of time away from family time at home, and they're traveling far and wide to officiate these sports that we love to watch and we love to see our kids compete in. And sometimes it's a very underappreciated profession. So again, these guys that are here this weekend, we've got these 3 gentlemen that are on the field now, plus Matt Clark, Matt Rohrbach, and Kyle Gerlach. These 6 guys have umpired every game so far this tournament and done a fine job. And again, we thank them for their service. Set the defense here for Beresford in the top of the first inning. In left field, we're going to have Jack Fickbohm. Center field is Miles Eide, and right field is Tommy Wolf. In the infield around third to first, third base is Aiden Bobzine. Shortstop, Ashton Oberly. Second base is Alec Austin, and at first base will be Evan Hake. And the battery for Beresford here in this third and fourth place game behind the plate, it will be Noah Schoenfelder, and on the mound is Tucker Martz. Schoenfelder catching all the games so far here. Again, we've seen some pretty good displays of some good catching today. Again, like I said, I've got kind of a soft spot for catchers, as that was my primary position, and I enjoy watching a good group of catchers, and we've seen that so far this tournament. Hayden Rissy, Maddox Rissy, and Russ O'Neill, the scheduled batters for Martin, and Hayden Rissy going to lead things off for Martin here in the top of the first. First pitch swung on and grounded to the right side. Going to be a tough play. And in time, as Alec Austin comes up and makes the play for the first out. That first pitch was at 3:46 under cloudy skies and 72 degrees. So one pitch, one out for Tucker Martz. Maddox Rissy now coming to the plate. Maddox playing shortstop. First pitch on the way, low and away. Ball one ball, no strikes. Again, the infield's going to have make a little bit of an adjustment, as I think with the wet grass, it's going to slow the ball down a little bit. The 1-0, that's out. 2 balls and no strikes. We saw that with that first one. Ball wasn't hit real hard, but that infield kind of ate it up, and Alec Austin had to kind of hustle his throw there. The 2-0 to Maddox. This way, 3-0. Again, we're going to see here a little bit of an adjustment having to be made by the pitchers, as the grounds crew did a nice job getting everything ready to go, and sometimes when that happens, that mound just needs to be worked in a little bit, but it'll get there. And the 3-0 is in there for a strike. Martz comes back to get a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the first inning. 3-1. That misses, and Maddox Rissy is going to draw a 1-out walk. And that'll put him on first base.
Third, number 2, third baseman Rush O'Neal.
Rush O'Neal is going to come to the plate now. Rush playing third base for Martin. Martz is going to pitch out of the stretch here for the first time with a runner on. First pitch to O'Neal. That's down low. The 1-0. Swung on and chopped to the third baseman. That's going to be a Bob Zine. Flips it to first, and it gets away from the first baseman. And Maddox Rissy is going to move up, and we're going to score that one an error on an error on Bob Zine, and that's going to allow Rush O'Neal to be on. So first and second for Martin, 1 out. Kason Soderlund now the batter for Martin. He is doing the pitching. First pitch lined hard into center left field. That's going to be down. That's going to get by left fielder. Maddox Rissy is going to score. Rush O'Neal coming around second. He's going to be held at third. And Kason Soderlund helping his cause right away with a sharp RBI double down the left field line.
Now batting number 8, second baseman Gavin Rissy.
So Gavin Rissy now going to come to the plate with runners on second and third and only 1 out. Rissy playing second base, has played outfield mostly in this tournament. I think did a little catching as well. First pitch in there for a strike. So 1 across so far for Martin. Runners on second, third, 1 out. The 0-1 swung on, chopped foul straight back at the catcher, and Roger Metzinger, the umpire, is going to walk over and pick up the ball, walk it out to the pitcher, and give Beresford catcher Noah Schoenfelder a little time to collect himself. Again, after this game, we'll take about a 30-minute break, and then we will have the championship game. Winter Cologne will be taking on Lennox. Both of those teams undefeated so far in the tournament, and they will be playing to see who can be crowned the champion. The 0-2 to Rissy, swung on and chopped foul. Third base coach unable to make the play. Count stays no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Soderlund leads from second. O'Neal leads from third. And the 0-2 swung on again, chopped foul. Gavin Rissy staying alive in the at-bat. Martz doing his job throwing strikes. Rissy doing his job fouling it off, staying in the at-bat. And the 0-2 just off the plate. Martz hoping to get Rissy to chase, and he does not bite. Now so Schoenfelder comes out to have a little chat with his pitcher. We've been seeing some tipping pitches from runners at second to the batters, so I don't know if they're seeing that with Soderlund out there or what the deal is here. So just wanted to have a little chat. And the 1-2 drops down a little bit, but that misses wide. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count goes 2-2 now. And the 2-2 swung on and grounded to short. Overly up with it. On to first. Not in time. As Gavin Rissy hustling down the line. He's going to be aboard with an infield single. Rush O'Neill scores on the play. Kaysen Soderlin unable to advance with the ground ball to the shortstop. So 2-0 Martin now, and Jordan Rissy now the batter. Runners on first and second and 1 out. His first pitch swinging out of play.
$10 ball courtesy of the Beresford coaches.
Again, we've seen it as kind of a theme so far in this tournament that the first inning is a big inning for a lot of teams. We've seen 2 runs, 4 runs, 5 runs. The 0-1 swung on a chop foul. Yesterday in the Groton-Faulkton game, we saw Groton put up 11 runs in the first inning. So teams are ready to score. They're not waiting around. They're getting after it early and putting up as many runs as they can. The 0-2 to Jordan Rissy, and he fouls that into his foot to stay alive. This is the Martin team that we saw on the opening day against Groton. Free swingers, they put the ball in play. Runners on first and second, and the 0-2 misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strike. Gavin Rissy at first. Kaysen Soderlin at second. Soderlin there with a double. Gavin Rissy with an infield single. Jordan Rissy pops it up, foul out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tucker Mart's at 21 pitches so far here in the first inning. Again, pitch count rules. There's no more games after today, so these pitchers can go 105 pitches. Don't have to worry about how many days rest they're going to need in between. 105 pitches is the daily limit. And the 1-2. That misses down. Nice try there by Schoenfelder to bring that pitch up, but it was down. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second. And the 2-2. Swung on and grounded to third. Bob Zine, it's fair ball. And he gets a glove on it, however, doesn't go after it. And thankfully for him, that nobody was able to advance. I don't think he thought that was a fair ball, but as the rules are in baseball, if you don't hear anything, it's a fair ball. The umpires will yell foul if the ball goes foul. In that case, home plate umpire Roger Metzinger didn't say anything, signaled fair, and that's going to be a hit for Jordan Rissy. And on the first pitch to Lyle Knoll, he's going to be hit in the backside, and that's going to advance everybody a base, and it's going to score Kaysen Soderlin from third. So 3-0 now, Martin, and there's only 1 out. Bases loaded here for Martin. 1 out. And Riker Heath, the batter for Martin. First pitch swinging. Again, I think that looks like the theme here for Martin is they're not going to let Marts get into a groove of any kind. They're just going to go up there, and that first one's there. They're going to swing. And so far, it's working out for them. 3 hits so far, 3 runs. And the 0-1, that misses up and away. Bases loaded. We've got Knoll on first, Jordan Rissy on second, Gavin Rissy on third. Runners all take their lead. The 1-1. A little knuckleball there from Martz. And that misses. 2 balls, 1 strike to Riker Heath. 2-1. Swung on and line foul wide to third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2. And that's going to hit Heath. And Gavin Rissy's going to score the 4th run. Heath goes to first. Noel goes to second. And Jordan Rissy goes to third on the play. And they're going to bring, catcher's going to come out as Tucker Martz crouches down behind the pitcher's mound. Frustrated with himself, I think, that had him down 0-2 and then lost him to being hit by the pitch, and that's going to bring Coach out, and he's going to have a little chat with his pitcher, try to get him calmed down and back into it. Again, while we have a little chance here, as I've done over the past few, just want to do a chance here to thank all the sponsors. As you're watching the live stream down the bottom scroll of the screen, you see names of different businesses and different families who sponsor these broadcasts, and we thank them for that. Conference over. Cade Harris going to bat for Martin, and he swings and catches a piece of it, fouls it off. Again, Cade Harris playing right field today. As you can see on the screen, he's not the most imposing player, but he went up there swinging, caught a piece of that first one, fouled it off. And the 0-1, that's in there for a strike. Again, probably not a strike on most batters, but he being a little shorter in stature. Martz comes set, and the 0-2 swung on, and that's lifted into right field. That's going to be down for a hit. Cade Harris delivers a 2 RBI, almost going to be a 2 RBI single. Oh. Little confrontation there at home plate. Coach Noah Schoenfelder got slid into by Lyle Knoll. Nothing dirty about the play, and ball got away from him, and Schoenfelder, instead of just going after the ball, gives a little extra there to Lyle Knoll. Nice job there by Beresford coach coming out and telling his player that that's not how we play the game. We're going back to the top of the lineup here as 2 runs score on that hit. Riker Heath is at third, Cade Harris at second. Hayden Rissy, the batter, he started the inning off with a first pitch ground ball. And he is the only out of the inning so far. The 1-1 to Hayden Rissy. That's outside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 swung on and missed, and Rissy now count even 2-2. 1 out. 6 runs in so far for Martin. Only 1 out recorded. The 2-2. That's outside. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cade Harris on second. He singled. 2 runs scored on his hit. Riker Heath at third. 3-2 is in there for strike 3. And Hayden Rissy down looking for out number 2. And not... Two outs now, runners on second and third. Maddox Rissy comes to the plate. Rissy walked and scored earlier in this inning. First pitch is in there for a strike. Tucker Martz comes set. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Big cut there by Maddox Rissy as he chases one down and in the dirt. And the 0-2 misses high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Martz is set. Pitch number 42. That's going to get by. Heath's going to try to score, and he is safe at home on the wild pitch. That is the 7th run of the ball game for Martin. That moves Cade Harris up to 3rd as well. Maddox Rissy, 2-2 is the count here. The 2-2, that's going to stay up and away. Count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Maddox Rissy digs back in. And the 3-2. That misses inside. Harris bluffs, does not go. Probably a good choice there.
Now batting number 2, third baseman Rush O'Neill.
Rissy on first with his 2nd walk of the inning. Rush O'Neill now the batter. O'Neill reached on an error in his first at bat. Rush O'Neill playing third base. He scored a run too also. First pitch swing popped up over the right over the first base, and that's going to reach foul territory, out of play. No balls and 1 strike. .45th pitch there for Tucker Martz. Check at first. Maddox Rissy back in safely. Rush O'Neill the batter. Martin scored 7 so far here, and they're trying to add to it. Pitch swung on, foul, chopped foul over here. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Martz has been in this situation a couple of times and just unable to get that 3rd strike or get the batter out. O'Neill, the 12th batter of the inning. The 0-2 runner goes, and he's going to be in there standing up. Maddox Rissy. Pitch got away from Schoenfelder, but he's able to keep it close to keep Harris at 3rd. So 2nd, 3rd now with 2 outs. A 1-2 count. 1-2 hit hard foul. Again, these Martin batters, they're all over it here. 4 hits so far, and every ball that they've fouled off has been good, solid contact. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He chases one up out of the zone, and O'Neill down swinging for the 3rd out. But Martin gets 7. 7 runs in the top of the 1st inning. They leave a couple. Coming up for Beresford in the home half of the 1st, it will be Ashton Oberly, Aiden Bobzine, and Tucker Martz, and they'll be looking to chip into that lead a little bit. We'll have the bottom of the 1st inning back here at Lockhart Field after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Out here, you'll learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com. Out here.
And we're back here, bottom of the 1st inning coming up for Beresford. Set the defense here for Martin. In the outfield, left to right, it's Jordan Rissy in left, center field, Riker Heath, right field, Cade Harris, And in the infield from third to first, Rush O'Neill at third, Maddox Rissy at shortstop. Second base is Gavin Rissy, and at first base is Hayden Rissy. And the battery in this third place game for Martin behind the plate is Lyle Knoll, and on the mound is Kaysen Soderlin. Big, tall righty wearing number 24, kind of with a slinging motion out there. If you're just tuning in, Martin put 7 up in their top half of the first inning on 4 hits, putting the ball in play. They sent 12 batters to the plate. Now Beresford coming up here hoping to maybe cut into that deficit a little bit. You know, it's scheduled for 7 innings, so if you're Beresford, you really just got to think about one at a time. You don't have to try to score all 7 back right here. Try to get a few here and a few there and just claw their way back into it. And they've done that. You know, they first pitch on the way here is in there for a strike. On day 1, they were down to win Warner Ipswich Northwestern and clawed their way back and ended up defeating them 6-4. And the 0-1, that misses inside. And then yesterday against Winter Cologne, they were behind the entire game, and then in their half of the 7th inning, able to score a couple runs and make it a 7-5 game. So fouled off into the net, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Beresford has that in them that they just stay within themselves and try not to do too much. They can find a way to get themselves back in it. They're a good enough hitting team that I think they can find a way to get back in the game here. But if you're Martin, you're hoping from pitcher Soderlin that strikes is in his game plan. So it's a nice little benefit to have coming out, and before you even throw a pitch, you already have a 7-0 lead. So the 1-2, that misses low and away. So hopefully for Martin's sake, that Soderlin can come out and just pound the strike zone, fill it up with strikes, and let his defense do the work, because they do have a pretty good defense behind him. The 2-2, that misses high, count now full. Three-two is in there for strike 3 on the inside corner, and Oberly down looking for out number 1.
Back second, number 3, the third baseman, Aiden Bob Z.
Not sure Oberly agreed with that call, but must have hit the corner. Aiden Bob Zine, the batter now. Bob Zine playing third base today for Beresford. First pitch on the way. That misses. Bob Zine was the starting pitcher for Beresford back on day 1, and then played a little bit of short and first yesterday. And the 1-0, that misses inside. 2-0. Again, you wonder if you're Soderlin, you know, he got himself warmed up for the game and then had to sit for a while as his team scored 7. If it's going to take him a little bit to get back warmed up. The 2-0 swung on and missed. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out. 10th pitch of the inning here for Kaysen Soderlin. And the 2-1 is in the dirt. Nice pick there by Noel. At least he knocked it down. Got a glove on it. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first inning of the 3rd and 4th place game here at the 2024 Junior Legion State Tournament. Martin leading 7-0 already. The 3-1, that's going to miss, and Bob Zine is going to draw a 1-out walk.
Number 2, the pitcher, Tucker March.
Tucker Mart's coming to the plate now. Mart's doing the pitching today. Had himself a little rough top half of the 2nd inning. We'll see if he comes back out or if they move him to a different spot and bring in a new pitcher. Soderlin comes set as Bob Zine takes his lead. First pitch to Mart's in the dirt and going to get away from Knoll. And Bob Zine moves up on the wild pitch. And right now, Beresford, they'll take anything they can get. Anytime they can move up, they're going to move up. Try to find a way to cut into this lead a little bit. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Aiden Bobzine leads from second. He's on by way of a walk and moved up on a wild pitch. And the 1-1 is in the dirt, and that's going to get by Knoll, and Bobzine going to move up again. So if you're Martin, you hope to see strikes from Soderlin, and unfortunately, last couple of batters, he struggled with that. Walking Bobzine, and now Bobzine able to move up 2 more bases on wild pitches. Count 2-1 to Tucker Martz. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Count now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Said Beresford probably not hoping for 7 runs right here, but even 1 or 2 would be a little momentum boost. And the 2-2 to Martz. Misses high. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the 3-2. That's on the inside corner for strike 3. And Martz down looking. He thought it was ball 4. Already was on his way to first and threw his bat back towards the dugout. And Roger Metzinger had different plans. 2 outs. Alec Austin, the batter. Austin playing second base. First pitch is in there for a strike. And Soderlin gets ahead here. No balls and 1 strike. And the 0-1 is down low. Count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Aiden Bobzine on third base. He walked and advanced to second and third on wild pitches. The 1-1, that's in there for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Soderlin had a little trouble there, middle of the inning. Now coming back and throwing strikes. And the 1-2 doesn't chase. Good take there by Austin as let that one go up high. 2-2 is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the 2-2. He did go, says Roger Metzinger, and that's going to be strike 3 or out number 3. And Beresford sends 4 to the plate, but they strand Bobzine at third. They leave 1, no hits. Coming up in the top of the second inning for Martin, it'll be Soderlin, Gavin Rissy, and Jordan Rissy, and we'll have that for you when we come back to Lockhart Field after this break.
In
That
times
to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com. Out here.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We're back here, top half of the second inning of our third and fourth place game between Martin and Beresford. Martin leading 7-0 as they put a 7 spot up in the top of the first inning. Tucker Martz coming back out for his second inning of work. He threw 49 pitches in that first inning, so hoping for a different result here. Schoenfelder threw the ball down to second, and neither the second baseman or the shortstop were paying attention. Kason Soderlin's going to come to the plate.
Number 24, the pitcher, Kason Soderlin.
Soderlund doing the pitching for Martin. 3 strikeouts in that first inning for Soderlund. Soderlund doubled and scored in the first inning. First pitch swung on, hit high in the air, and foul out of play down the left field line. Again, as I mentioned in that first inning, these Martin batters, they're coming up swinging. They're not afraid to take that first pitch and hit it hard somewhere. And the 0-1, that misses. Count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, that's going to miss over the top of Soderlund. Got to throw it pretty high to get it over him. He's a big, tall kid. And March from the line, the 2-1. A little off speed that hits in the dirt. Three and 1 are count here to the Martin pitcher. The 3-1 on the way. Swung on, hit hard to left field. That one's got a chance if it stays fair, but it doesn't. Could have been the first home run of the tournament, but Soderlund out in front of it, and just a really, really, really long strike. That ball was well hit and had the distance, but just wide of the foul pole. So count now goes 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2. Swung on, hit hard again down the left field line and foul.
Coach.
3-2 is on the outside corner, and just like that, Soderlund down looking. So baseball is a crazy game. Soderlund goes from missing a home run by a few feet to striking out looking. So 1 out. Gavin Rissy to the plate. Rissy singled and scored in the first. First pitch is in there for a strike. And the 0-1, low and away. Count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2, low. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Gavin Rissy. Rissy playing second base today for Martin. The 2-2 in the dirt. 3-2. 3-2 the count. And the 3-2 swung on and missed. And Rissy down swinging for out number 2. Jordan Rissy now comes to the plate. Jordan singled and scored in the first. First pitch outside. Tucker Mart's kind of starting to fight a groove here as he's been able to strike out the first 2 batters here in the second. The 1-0 swung on and hit softly to second. Austin up with it on to first in time. Kind of had a little trouble handling it, but able to regain it and get out of it. So Martz has a 3-up, 3-down inning, which you kind of hope for. Martin scores none, leave none. Coming up for Beresford in the bottom half of the second, it'll be Noah Schoenfelder, Evan Hake, and Miles Eide. And we'll have that for you when we come back to Lockhart Field after this.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live. Whether you're
And we're back here, bottom of the second inning. Coming up here and leading off for Beresford in the bottom of the second, it'll be the catcher, Noah Schoenfelder. Kason Soderlin finishing up his final warm-up pitches. Ball goes down to second. 7-0 your score as Martin put 7 up in the top of the first inning. Much better inning in the top of the second for Beresford as Martin went down in order, 3 up, 3 down, which is what you hope to see. Soderlin now in his second inning of work. First pitch to Schoenfelder and misses inside for ball 1. Noah Schoenfelder, Evan Hake, and Miles Eide, the scheduled batters for Beresford. The 1-0 is misses in tight. 2 balls, no strikes. Sounded like it might have hit him, but maybe not. And the 2-0 is down low. 3 balls, no strikes. And the 3-0 to Schoenfelder. And they're going to walk him on 4 straight.
Now batting number 15, first baseman, Evan Hake.
Leadoff walk to Schoenfelder is going to bring up Evan Hake. Hake playing first base today for Beresford. And taking a little time here is Soderlin. 26 pitches so far. First pitch misses high. And the 1-0. Swung on, popped up. Soderlin calls for it to retire Hake for the first out.
Now batting number 10, center fielder, Miles Eide.
Miles Eide coming to the plate now. Eide playing center field for Beresford. Noah Schoenfelder on first base by way of a walk. First pitch to Eide. He gets away from Noel. He can't find it. It's going to be the backstop. And Schoenfelder is going to move up on the wild pitch. So Schoenfelder now in scoring position. 7-0 is the score, so Beresford looking for any way to get back into this. And the 1-0 low is at the knees. One 1 the count. And the 1-1 swung on, line to first. Nice play there by Hayden Rissy as he picks up the short hop. He's going to fire it across, but not in time. So Miles Eide out-recorded on the 3 unassisted. On the play, Noah Schoenfelder moves up to third. Nice play there by Hayden Rissy as he caught the short hop and able to record the out and still have the awareness to fire it across and have a potential play. So 2 outs. Tommy Walth, the batter now. Walth playing right field. Pitch is high. I said it yesterday with Beresford. Their 8 and 9 hitters are aggressive. Walth and Fickbom like to swing early and often. And the 1-0 That misses high, 2-0. But even being aggressive, they do show some good discipline, as you see here with Walth not chasing those 2 pitches out of the zone. And 2-0 misses away, 3-0 now to the number 8 hitter in the lineup, Tommy Walth, playing right field. Again, these are the guys that if you're Case and Soderlin, the 8-9 hitters, you have to get out. And the 3-0 on the way. That misses, and that's another 4-pitch walk issued by Soderlin. Jax Fickbaum coming to the plate now. Runners on first and third. 4 in a row. You wouldn't think that Fickbaum would be swinging here, but again, as I said, he's got an aggressive bat, so it wouldn't surprise me. And that pitch skips by. Going to be a play at the plate, and Soderlin scores. Ball gets past, or not Soderlin, excuse me, Schoenfelder scores. Walth will advance on the wild pitch, and Beresford finds their first run of the game. Sometimes as a team, that's all it takes is just to get that 0 off the board, and Beresford able to do that on that wild pitch. The 1-0, that's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to the number 9 hitter, Jax Fickbaum. They're going to check at second, and Maddox Rissy was retreating to his position, and Tommy Walth dives back in safely. And the 1-1 misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch is starting to mount up here for Soderlin. Had a pretty nice inning the first inning, and now having some struggles here. 2-1. Swung on, hit hard into left field. Jordan Rissy gets over his head. Walth is going to score. Fickbaum's going to check in at second. With a 2-out RBI double. And again, Beresford seeing production from their 8-9 hitters. And that's going to come back to the top of the lineup, Ashton Oberly. Oberly struck out in his first at-bat in the first inning. 0 for 1. Pitch number 40 for Soderlin, and chases Oberly out of the box as it was thrown behind him. Control becoming a little bit of a factor here for Kaysen Soderlin. And the 1-0 misses high. 2-0 now the count. Soderlin checks runner at second. The 2-0 misses. 3-0 now. 3 balls, no strikes. Aiden Bobzine on deck. And the 3-0, and that goes over the top of Oberly, and he's going to be aboard on a 4-pitch walk. Aiden Bobzine now walks to the plate. Bobzine walked, made it as far as third where he was stranded. And time is called as Martin's head coach comes out. He's going to have a little chat with his pitcher. While we have a moment, I want to congratulate the Groton Post 39 as they were the winning team in the 5th and 6th place game earlier today. They defeated Clark. Beresford now and Martin are playing here to see who's going to be the 3rd and 4th place teams in this tournament. And then 30 minutes after this game, we will have a championship game between Winter Cologne and Lennox. So got the rest of this game and one more. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Soderlin's going to come out of the game. Rush O'Neill looks like he's going to go and do the pitching. Hayden Rissy is going to go to center field. And that's all we know so far. Maybe Gavin Rissy maybe sliding over to third.
Number 2, Rush O'Neill. Now on the mound for Martin.
I'll double check here. Get some of the changes here for him.
First.
So Riker Heath comes in from center to second. Soderlund goes to first. Gavin Rissy goes from second to third. And Hayden Rissy goes out to center field. And as I said before, Rush O'Neill is doing the pitching. So no change in the batting order, so no substitutions, just a shuffling of the defensive positions. See that a lot in this level. Like I said, with Major League Baseball, we don't see a lot of changing of positions, but we do here at this level. Again, while we have a little moment here, quick little chance to again thank all of the sponsors that you see scrolling across the bottom. Again, this live stream here in Groton, the Groton Baseball Softball Foundation purchased the equipment a few years ago, and have been able to live stream every junior teener, junior legion, and legion game, or almost every game throughout the last few seasons. And it's a wonderful resource for people who have friends and family who don't live in the community, can't come to the games and be here in person, to be able to watch the games and see things happen. So big thank you to those sponsors and to the foundation. Again, the foundation does an outstanding job. We've got a lot of improvements out here at the Groton complex, and whether it be the new fence out in the outfield a few years ago, new dugouts, we've got new shade structures, new decking, and one of the future goals is to have a new concession stand and bathroom set up, and they're hoping to have the funds to get that project started in the fall of 2025. So a lot of work being done and a lot of good work being done. First pitch from O'Neill to Bob Zine, misses for a ball. Aiden Bob Zine, the hitter, he walked, got as far as third in his first at bat. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. One ball, 1 strike to the Beresford third baseman, Aiden Bob Zine. The 1-1 gets by the catcher, Noel, and runners will all advance. Fickbaum to third, Oberle to second. 7-2 the score. Beresford able to get a couple across so far. Base hit here could be big for them, as it'll score 1 more, maybe even 2. 2-1 misses. 3 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. Again, in this situation, Bob Zine looking for a pitch that he can drive, something to the outfield. And a 3-1 swung on, and that's hit to right field. Cade Harris is back. He's got it measured, and he puts it away for out number 3. Nice job there by Cade Harris to measure that and put it away for out number 3. But Beresford gets 2. New score, 7-2 after 2 innings. Coming up for Martin in the top of the third, it will be Noel, Heath, and Harris. And we'll have that for you when we come back to Lockhart Field after this break.
We hope you are all...
You and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live. Whether you are pregnant...
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Welcome back to Lockhart Field. This is Pat Cross bringing you 2024 Class B Junior Legion State Tournament action. We're in our third and fourth place game. Martin leading Beresford 7-2. Leading off here for Martin is Lyle Knoll. Knoll doing the catching. He takes the first pitch for a ball. And the 1-0 swung on and fouled back into the net. Tucker Martz, beginning his third inning of work, had himself a rough first inning, but a good second inning, so hopefully he can build on that. The 1-1 misses low, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 swung on and missed as Knoll chases one up around the letters. Knoll was hit by a pitch and scored. The 2-2 on the outside corner is in there for strike 3. And Knoll down looking for out number 1. Riker Heath now the batter. Heath moved in. He started the game in center field, now playing second. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. The 1-0 swung on and missed. Count now even, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And the 1-1 popped up, foul down the third left field line. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. We are in the top of the third inning here. Martin leading 7-2. Scored all their runs so far in the first. And a little bit of a, again, I think he throws kind of a knuckleball there. That 2-2 pitch missed, or 1-2 pitch missed. And the 2-2 just off the plate. Count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2, that's going to miss. And that's going to put Heath on first with a 1-out walk.
Next foul ball is a $20 foul ball, courtesy of Alcester Hudson football coaches. $20 foul ball. Now batting number 7, right fielder Cade Harris.
First pitch to Cade Harris is in there for a strike. Harris 1 for 1. Knocked a couple runs in back in the first inning with a base hit to right field. The 0-1 misses down low. Again, as you look on screen, you can see Cade Harris, not the biggest of players, but puts the ball in play. The 1-1 is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mart's finding a bit of a groove here the last couple of innings. And the 1-2 swung on, chopped foul. Harris gets a piece of it, pulls it foul. Harris digs back in now, looking for his second hit of the ball game. And the 1-2 swung on, popped up. There goes Alcester Hudson football coaches sponsoring a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 in the dirt, going to get by, and that's going to allow the runner Heath to move up to second on the wild pitch. Again, something that's been happening quite often here this weekend is certain individuals or businesses have come up and sponsored big-time foul balls. The 2-2 swung on and grounded to third. Bob Zine up with it on to first. And that'll retire Harris. Throw back to third is not in time. Good play there all the way around. Harris retired 5-3 on the putout for the second out. And Hakes return throw to third, not in time to get Heath. Hayden Rissy now the batter. Rissy 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. First pitch swinging and he's going to hook it foul down the right field line. You were watching on that previous play. It was done about as well as you can, as Bob Zine fielded the ball, and in the process of throwing it across, you saw Oberly come behind him to cover third, and was there for the return throw from Hake. So very good defensive play there by the Beresford infielders. The 0-1 on the outside corner for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. March trying to get out of a jam. The 0-2 swung on and grounded to the right side. Hake stays down now. He's going to put it away and record the out. And another good inning there by Beresford as they keep the scoring clean. Martin leaves one. They don't score any. 7-2 after 2.5. Coming up for Beresford in the home half of the third, it'll be Martz, Austin, and Schoenfelder, and we'll have the bottom of the third inning when we come back to Lockhurst Field after this break.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
And we're back here, bottom of the third inning coming up as Rush O'Neill finishes up his warm-up pitches and throw down to second. Tucker Mart's going to lead things off for Beresford. He's been the pitcher of record so far. If you look, you can see the scoreboard. That pitch count is rather high, 85 through 3 innings. So I think Beresford already talking about what their changes are going to be in the event of a pitching change. First pitch from O'Neill is in there for a strike. March swings through it. No balls and 1 strike. Rush O'Neill came in relief previous inning for Kaysen Soderlin, who started the game for Martin. And the 0-1 swung on and missed. Good pitch there by O'Neill to get Martz to chase. O'Neill quickly ahead here, no balls and 2 strikes. Time is called at the plate as Martz steps out to regather himself. Martz trying to find a way to help himself here a little bit. And the 0-2 swung on fouled as he caught a piece of it and off the end of the glove of Lyle Knoll. Umpire Roger Metzinger making sure O'Neill's okay. Sometimes things happen, it's not seen, but he is okay. And the 0-2 swung on, hit into the right center field gap. Hayden Rissy over, and he's got it, and he puts it away for out number 1. Alec Austin is going to be the batter now for Beresford. One thing I know these kids these age are not going to make every play, but the teams that are playing here, there's been some pretty darn good defense. First pitch to Austin is in there for a strike, and Martin, one of those teams that has some pretty good defense. Balls hit to the outfield. If they're catchable, they get to them. So very, very beneficial for them. And the 0-1 coming. That one misses. Count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. That's in the dirt, going to get by Knoll, but nobody on base. No harm done. Two-one the count now to Alec Austin. The 2-1 on the outside corner for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Martin leads Beresford 7-2. Winner of this game will receive 3rd place. And the 2-2 swung on, popped up high, pop fly. Gavin Rissy throws his hat. He's going to give it a look, and it's going to be out of play. Again, that's... Well, it stayed in play, I guess. But out of our vantage point. Two balls and 2 strikes to the Beresford second baseman, Alec Austin. The 2-2 is down low. Count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2 on the way from O'Neill. Swung on, popped out of play. Count stays full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Only 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Again, Beresford trying to find a way to scratch back into this. The 3-2 swung on, grounded to 3rd, but foul. Again, they've shown that they're the type of team that'll play. They'll play all 7 innings. They came back and beat Wynn in first round, 6-4, and even though they lost 7-5 yesterday to Winter Cologne, they battled all the way to the end. They scored 2 in the 7th inning to make it a 7-5 game. So they don't go away. They're going to stick around, hang around. The 3-2 swung on and missed, and Austin goes down swinging for out number 2. First pitch to Noah Schoenfelder is in there for a strike. The 0-1 is in there for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Now Russ O'Neill quickly ahead. O'Neill gets a sign from Knoll, and the 0-2 swung on and lined into right field. Harris is going to fall down, but regain his footing and field it on a hop. Good piece of hitting there by Schoenfelder. Pitch up in the zone, not trying to do too much with it, with 2 strikes, and slaps it out to right field. Schoenfelder reaches with a 2-out single. That's going to bring Evan Hake to the plate. Hake 0 for 1 in today's ball game. Schoenfelder gets his lead. First pitch swinging is foul tipped into the glove, and Lyle Knoll hangs on. And the 0-1 swung on, hit hard into left field, and Jordan Rissy puts it away for out number 3. Don't usually see outfielders playing that deep, but he was there. After 3 complete, still 7-2. Coming up for Martin in the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Maddox, Rissy, Rush O'Neill, and Kaysen Soderlin. We'll have that back here at Lockhart Field after this break.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
And we're back here in the top half of the 4th inning. Got some defensive changes here for Beresford. Alec Austin is going to come in to pitch. He was playing second base previously. Some other changes. Again, nothing in the lineup, just in the defensive alignment. Tucker Martz goes to third. Aiden Bobzine goes to shortstop. And Ashton Oberly will go to second. Everything else, I believe, has stayed the same. And the batting order, of course, stays the same. No changes there, just some defensive changes. Just announced here that, again, lots of families and different businesses sponsored fall balls and very special couple fall balls coming up here in memory of Trayton Martz. Trayton Martz, the brother of Beresford player Tucker Martz and son of Coach Jamie Martz. So we, again, thank all these people for sponsoring it. There's been a lot of kids out here who have enjoyed the beautiful weather and chasing foul balls, and we've had a lot of foul ball sponsors from local families, local businesses to make it all possible and just make it a little more enjoyable out here for everyone at the ball field. So a big thank you to all those friends and family of baseball. Top of the 4th inning coming here, and Maddox Rissy is going to lead things off for Martin. Rissy's been on a couple times, 2 walks. 7-2 is our score. Martin scored 7 in the top of the 1st inning, has been held scoreless since. Beresford scored 2 in the bottom of the 2nd. So Tucker Martz settled in there a little bit and able to get things going. Unfortunately, his pitch count got up there a little bit. First pitch from Austin is a ball. The 1-0 in there for a strike. The 1-1, and that's going to get past the catcher, and that's going to hit Roger Metzinger right in the chest. And Schoenfelder kind of jumped out of the way a little bit there, didn't even catch a piece of it. And that one got Roger right in the chest. So Schoenfelder walking it out, going to talk with his pitcher a little bit to give Metzinger a chance to catch his breath. Those are tough to handle, as you're not expecting to get hit. So every time it happens, it's an unpleasant surprise, we'll say. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike to the Martin shortstop, Maddox Rissy. The 2-1 is in the inside corner for strike 2. Count even up now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2, that misses up. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 down low, and Rissy's going to be aboard again for the 3rd time with his 3rd walk. Rush O'Neill coming to the plate now. O'Neill struck out in his previous at-bat. He's now the pitcher for Martin. New pitcher in for Beresford is Alec Austin. Austin started the game at second base. First pitch misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. Maddox Rissy gets his lead at first. The 1-0. That's on the inside corner, and Schoenfelder bluffs a throw. Chases Maddox Rissy back. They throw over to first, not in time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here, top of the 4th inning. And the 1-1 is in there for strike 2. Austin's hat falls off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 misses high. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. One more game following this one will be our championship. Lennox taking on Winter Cologne. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and O'Neill goes down swinging for the second consecutive time. For the first out.
First base,
Kaysen Soderlin now to the plate. Soderlin started the game as a pitcher, now playing first base. First pitch on the way, and that gets to the backstop on the fly. And Maddox Rissy will advance to second on the wild pitch. Noah Soderlin stood all the way up out of the crouch, and that ball was still over his head, outstretched arm. So that one got a little bit of away from Austin. Maddox Rissy now on second, and the 1-0, that one's going to miss behind Soderlin, or excuse me, yes, missed behind Soderlin. Schoenfelder knocks it down. You'd think after 3 games I'd have the names figured out, but still working on it. Time called as Schoenfelder walks out from behind the plate to have just a brief chat with his pitcher. Again, maybe a situation where they change up their signs a little bit so that runner on second can't tip the pitches to the batter. And the 2-0 is on the inside corner for a strike. Austin comes back now, gets a strike back. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. The 2-1 misses up and away, 3-1. Martin leading 7-2 here in this 3rd and 4th place game. They scored 7 in the first. Haven't scored any since. The 3-1 is going to miss, and Soderlin is going to be aboard with a 1-out walk. So Martin have 2 runners on. Gavin Rissy now the batter. Rissy a single and a strikeout in today's ball game. First pitch to Gavin is on the inside corner for a strike. A little bit different approach here for Martin, as in that first inning when they scored all those runs, they were up there swinging. Taking a lot more pitches now, it seems. The 0-1, that one misses up. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Again, Alec Austin in now. He calls time. His hat's fallen off a couple of times, so it looks like he's maybe going to resize it and make sure his hair's tucked underneath, and so that hat doesn't fall off anymore. And now we're ready here with 1 ball, 1 strike count, and the 1-1 swung on and missed, and Gavin Rissy took a good healthy cut on that one and just swung right through it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Soderlin leads from first, Maddox Rissy from second. The 1-2 swung on and lifted in the infield. Infield fly is going to be called, so the batter will be out. Runners do not advance. So 2 outs, and Jordan Rissy going to be the batter. Rissy is 1 for 2, singled and scored in that 7-run first inning, and then grounded out in his previous at-bat. Runners take their lead. First pitch to Rissy on the inside corner, and that seems to be the spot for both of these pitchers, is to hit that inside corner. And the 0-1, that misses up and away. Gets Jordan Rissy to twist out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Kaysen Soderlin on first, Maddox Rissy on second. The 1-1. Swung on, popped up. Tommy Walth coming in, shielding his eyes. He's coming hard now, and he's going to put it away. Not sure if he saw it initially off the bat, but he recovered and able to put it away. So Martin leaves a couple runners, but they don't score any. And after 3.5, it's still 7-2. Coming up for Beresford, it'll be Eide, Walth, and Fickbaum, and we'll have that for you when we come back to Lockhart Field after this break.
For planning
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com. Out here.
We are back here in Groton, South Dakota at Lockhurst Field. This is Pat Kraus bringing you 2024 Class B Junior Legion State Tournament action. 7-2 our score. Martin leading Beresford in this third and fourth place game. Winner will get third, loser will get fourth. Both these teams won their first round matchups, but then lost their semifinal games yesterday, and that's what brought them to this third and fourth place game. Rush O'Neill, still pitching, came in relief of Kaysen Soderlin. First batter he'll face here is Miles Eide. First pitch swinging. Hayden Rissy's got it measured, and he will put it away. And one pitch, one out. Tommy Walth now going to be the batter. No balls, no strikes. Count clean here. Tommy Walth steps in. First pitch in there for a strike. Again, I said it before, Beresford getting some good production out of the bottom part of their lineup, especially the 8 and 9 hitters. Walth got himself on in the last inning and scored a run. This time finds himself in a hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Rush O'Neill quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, and the 0-2 on the way. It skips in the dirt. Nice pick up there by Lyle Knoll. Jack Fickbaum stands on deck. O'Neill sees the sign he likes, and the 1-2. That misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Again, 7-2 our score. Martin scored 7 in the first inning, and nothing since. The 2-2 swung on and grounded to the second baseman. That's going to be Evan Heath, and he fires it over to retire Tommy Walth, 4-3 for the second out. I said Evan Heath, I meant Riker Heath. My apologies. Riker Heath at second base. Jax Fickbaum the batter now. Fickbaum doubled. Drove in a run back in the second inning. 1 for 1. And good cut there as he swings through it, catches a piece, but into the glove. Again, to me, he doesn't appear to be your typical number 9 hitter. He's up there swinging and been pretty productive. The 0-1 misses low and away. And the 1-1 on the way. Swung on and grounded to short. Maddox Rissy up with it. He fires across in time to retire. Fickbaum, 6-3. So 3 up, 3 down. After 4 complete. 7-2. Coming up for Martin, it will be Knoll, Heath, and Harris, and we'll have that for you when we come back after this break.
In times
To keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com. Out here,
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
And we're back here set for the top of the 5th inning. Scheduled hitters for Martin are Lyle Knoll, Riker Heath, and Cade Harris, 7, 8, 9 in the lineup. Alec Austin throwing his warm-up pitches, getting ready to begin his 2nd inning of work. This is our 3rd and 4th place game, 2nd of the day. We had one earlier today where we saw Groton defeat Clark to receive the 5th place title, and Clark getting 6th, so Groton goes 2-1 on the tournament. Lost their opening round game to Martin, and then came back and beat Falkton yesterday, and then beat Clark today. Clark lost their opening round game and then defeated Wynn before getting beat today. And then now we have our 3rd place game. These two teams both won their first games, Martin defeating Groton, Beresford defeating Wynn. First pitch to Knoll, misses in the dirt. They then went on and lost yesterday. Beresford lost to Wynn or Cologne, and Martin lost to Lennox to create this matchup. The 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0 now. To the Martin catcher, Lyle Knoll. Went down looking in his last at-bat, and the 2-0 is in the dirt. This time, Schoenfelder takes the brunt of that one. You know, for those of you at home who are unfamiliar with catching, yes, they wear gear. No, it doesn't cover the whole body. So occasionally you get one like that where it finds the unpadded area on the body, and not a very, very pleasant feeling, of course. So, but Schoenfelder looks to be okay back there. Count now 3 balls and no strikes to the Martin catcher, Lyle Knoll. The 3-0, that misses, and Knoll's going to be aboard on a 4-pitch walk.
Number 6, the second baseman, Riker Heath.
Riker Heath coming to the plate now. Heath has moved to second base. He started the game out in center field. And Austin steps off. First pitch on the way here to Heath. This is inside. Want to know the count to the Martin second baseman, Riker Heath. Check at first. Ball gets away from Hake, but not far enough for O'Neill to advance to second. Seen that happen a fair amount this weekend where those throws come over to first base and just must be low throws or something. The first baseman have trouble handling it. The 1-0 inside, 2-0. You know, a lot of times if you're a right-handed pitcher, you throw over just to make sure that the runner knows that you see him over there. And the 2-0 in the dirt, runner bluffs, now snap down, and going to get by this time. Again, this time O'Neill doesn't go any farther, but you know, a lot of times that right-handed pitcher, it's tough to pick a runner off first. So a lot of times you just want to get the ball over there, a good on target throw, so that we don't have anybody moving up. 3-0 the count, and the 3-0 misses. And Heath is aboard with a 4-pitch walk, and that's going to bring Beresford's coach out of the dugout. He's going to have a little chat with his pitcher. I don't know if he's going to make a change. It looks like he might be as he takes the ball from Austin. And looks like they're going to bring in the second baseman, Ashton Oberly to do some pitching here. So, again, while we have a chance, kind of just talked about this a little bit ago. Winter Cologne going to take on Lennox in our championship game, which will be coming roughly 30 minutes after the completion of this game. So if you are a fan of baseball or of Winter Cologne or Lennox, please tune in. And, as always, if you know of friends and family who want to watch, give them or have them search us out on YouTube. It is the Groton Baseball Softball Foundation, Groton, Groton. And we have a YouTube channel that we are streaming on. So I encourage you to let those people know. And again, speaking of the Groton Baseball Softball Foundation, again, can't give enough praise to that group of people, the board especially. When we put in for a tournament, it's a lot of work for those individuals to get things set up, to get people to take tickets, get people to help in the concession stand, because it's a lot of games. We've played 11 games in 3 days, and it's a lot to do. So big praise to them as they made this possible. The field looks great. Our grounds crew does a great job here in Groton, and this weekend is no exception to that. So great job by our grounds crew. Even had a little bit of a rain roll through here after that morning game, or not the morning game, but the first game of the day, and took a little extra time, but they did their job, did their due diligence, and got the field back into playing form. So good to see that as well. And then, of course, the sponsors that you see across the bottom scrolling. Without them, we don't get this stream. So we appreciate all that they do for us. Ashton Oberly now the pitcher for Beresford. His first pitch to Cade Harris is grounded to third. Tries the tag. They do get the tag. And it is going to be a double play as Rush O'Neill is tagged out on his way by Tucker Martz. And then Martz fires across and retires Cade Harris for the double play. Nice play there by Tucker Martz to record the first out. On the play, Riker Heath moves up to second base. So 2 outs now. Going to go back to the top of the order. And Hayden Rissy yet to find his way on base. First pitch is in there for a strike. Not a bad way to start your pitching if you're Oberly. First pitch was swung on, and they get a double play out of the deal. Rissy swings through it now, quickly down, no balls and 2 strikes. Ashton Oberly now checks the runner at second. And the 0-2 comes home. Just off the plate. Good pitch there, but just wrapped around. Little breaking ball there, but, as we say, it's not where it's caught, it's where it comes across. Sometimes the ball gets caught and it looks good, but didn't come across the plate in the right spot. And the 1-2 swung on and missed, and Hayden Rissy's down swinging for the third out. And that will end the threat as Martin leaves one. They don't score any after 4.5. 7-2 the score. Martin still leading. Coming up for Beresford, it'll be top of the order in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Oberly, Bob Zine, and Martz. And we'll have the bottom of the 5th inning when we come back to Groton after this break.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org. or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
No, he said that. Mike said that was just going to be mostly for the Groton parents. And we're back here for the bottom of the 5th inning here at Lockkarst Field in the 2024 Class B Junior Legion State Tournament. Leading things off for Beresford, it'll be Ashton Oberly. Oberly started the game at shortstop, then moved to second, and now he is doing the pitching. Rush O'Neill still in relief of Kaysen Soderlund. First pitch taken for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. 33rd pitch of the game for O'Neill. And the 0-1 swung on and missed. And O'Neill now ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Oberly swings through that one. Oberly 0 for 1, struck out in his first at bat, walked in his second at bat, or second plate appearance, I should say. And the 0-2, and this is up and away. O'Neill trying to get him to chase. Oberly doesn't. O'Neill looking at the sign at Knoll. Now he gets what he likes, and the 1-2 on the way. And that curveball stays up. Again, when the catcher catches it in the zone, it does look like a good pitch, but those curveballs, some people forget that they have to go up to come down. And the 2-2 just off the plate. O'Neill bends over at the waist. I think he thought he got that one, but just off the plate to run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2 on the way. Swung on and missed as Oberly chases one up out of the zone. And he will be down on strikes for the first out. Aiden Bobzine now the batter. Bobzine 0 for 1. Playing shortstop now. Started the game at third and has since moved to short. First pitch on the way is in there for a strike. Bobzine wearing number 3. Digs back in. Good big wide stance there. Don't see that very often anymore. The 0-1. That's in the dirt. Nice stop there by Knoll. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 40 pitches now for Rush O'Neill. Again, Martin leading here 7-2. Scored all their runs in the first inning. And the 1-1 misses, 2-1. Beresford came back with 2 in the second, and again, that's all they've scored so far. But I'm not going to watching them play this weekend. I don't count them out, as they sometimes find some fire in the late innings. The 2-1 misses. Now the count 3-1. All it takes is a couple of hits here and there, a couple base runners, and Beresford gets themselves right back into this. O'Neill doing a little stretching with his arm out there. And the 3-1. That misses down, and Bob Zine's going to draw his second walk of the ball game. Put him on first.
Number 2, third baseman, Tucker Marks.
Tucker Marks now to the plate. Marks playing third base. He is currently the pitcher of record as he started the game, but was relieved in the 4th inning by Alec Austin, who was then relieved in the last inning by Ashton Oberly. So Tucker Martz 0 for 2, strikeout and a flyout as he digs in, and Bob Zine takes the lead from first. Now O'Neill steps off. A little gamesmanship there. First pitch to Martz, swung on and fouled to the backstop. Again, the foul ball frenzy that we have is a $50 foul ball right now in memory of Trayton Martz, who is Tucker's brother. In memory of the 0-1. Runner goes, pitch is fouled back, and Bob Zine checks up at second, and he will trot back to first and do it again. One thing I think Beresford likes to do is they like to push the envelope here and get guys moving and running and try to put the pressure on teams. haven't had much of a chance to do that so far in this game. And O'Neill steps off and chases Bob Zine back to first. And the 0-2. That's in there for strike 3. And Martz goes down looking for the second out. Alec Austin now the batter. Austin having himself a little bit of a tough time at the plate. 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Not what you hope to have out of your number 4 hitter. Runner goes, ground ball to the left side. Is going to get through. Bob Zine hustling around second. He's going to check in at third. Good base running there by Aiden Bob Zine. Off with the pitch. Off with the pitch, and knowing that the thick grass in the outfield is going to slow it down, he hustles around second, checks in at third. Noah Schoenfelder now the batter. Schoenfelder singled his last time up. First hit of the game for Alec Austin in that previous at bat. Austin takes his lead from first. Bob Zine from third. Runner goes, and no throw. And Austin is in safely at second. Now, Beresford has runners at second and third. And 2 outs. Base hit here, make things a lot interesting. Pop up here, and O'Neill's calling everybody off, and he's going to put it away. And Schoenfelder down on a pop out to the to the pitcher for the third out. So Beresford threatens. They get guys on second and third, but no further. After 5 complete, 7-2 Martin. Coming up for Martin in the top of the 6th. It'll be Maddox Rissy, Rush O'Neill, and Kaysen Soderlin. We'll have the top of the 6th inning when we come back after this.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com. Out here.
And we are back here in Groton, South Dakota at Lockhurst Field. You are listening to coverage of the 2024 Junior American Legion Class B State Tournament. Third and fourth place game here. We have Martin leading Beresford 7-2. Both teams scored all their runs in 1 inning respectively. Martin scored all theirs in the first. They scored 7 in the top of the first inning, and Beresford scored their 2 in the bottom of the second inning. And since the second inning, we have had no score from either team. A couple times each team has had runners in scoring position, but unable to push a run across. This is game 2 of 3 today here on Championship Sunday. The championship game will be 30 minutes following this game, and that will feature Winter Cologne and Lennox, the 2 undefeated teams. Both teams 2-0 in the tournament. Maddox Rissy will be the batter for Martin. First pitch is in there, first strike. Ashton Overly still pitching for Beresford. He came in relief back in the 5th inning. The 0-1 to Maddox is grounded to short. Bob Zine up with it on to first in time to retire Maddox Rissy. Nice play there by Aiden Bob Zine. Up to that point, Maddox Rissy had reached every time. No official at bat as he had walked 3 times. Rush O'Neill now coming to the plate. O'Neill 0 for 3, reached on an error and 2 strikeouts. First pitch swinging, that's going to be a drive to right center. That's going to get down and split the gap. O'Neill goes around first. He's heading to second. He's coming around second. He's going to try for 3. Bob Zine's relay is high and not in time. And Rush O'Neill hits himself a 1-out triple. Good relay there by the Beresford outfield and infield. And we're going to see another pitching change already here for Beresford. Jax Fickbone from left field is going to come in. And not sure what the other changes are. We'll get those here for you in just a second. Not 100% sure why that is. Oberle was doing okay. He was only minimal pitches. I don't know if they don't want him to pitch to the heart of the lineup here or something. I don't know. But, again, we'll get the changes here as they come available. Sorry for the delay here, just trying to get changes figured out here. Jax Fickbone coming in from left field to do the pitching. If I have to figure out based on positions in previous games, Ashton Oberle is going to go to shortstop as that's where he started the game. And if I saw it right, I think Aiden Bob Zine took his glove and he went to left field. So those will be the changes for Beresford. Again, we're game 2 of 3 today. Championship game yet to come. Winter Cologne taking on Lennox. That game will begin roughly 30 minutes after this game completes. And we're in the top of the 6th inning so far. Martin leading 7-2. They scored 7 back in the first inning. Beresford scored 2 in the second, and that's all the scoring so far. And, of course, again, thanks to all you people out there who are watching and listening to the stream. We appreciate your viewership. And again, the sponsors, as you see along the bottom, as you watch the stream, they're the ones who make this stream possible. And of course, I gotta always be cognizant and thanking my guys on my side here. Axel Warrington, he's kind of been the original producer here, taking care of the computer and the commercials and the breaks and all that kind of stuff. And then our new trainee, Lincoln Shilhanic, he's come up and stepped in for Axel as he's had to be gone. First pitch from Fickbaum to Soderlin is in there for a strike, swung on and missed. And the 0-1 is in there for strike 2. The 0-2 on the way. And that one misses inside, curveball. Soderlin tried to bend his knee into it, but 1-2 the count so far. The 1-2 on the way. That misses up and in. Spins Soderlin off the plate a little bit. Rush O'Neill on third. He's there by way of a triple. And the 2-2 swung on a chop foul. Got a piece of it. Soderlin got a piece of it. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Kason Soderlin, the batter here in the top of the 6th inning. The 2-2, low and away, count now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2. Swung on, hit high into center field. Oh, center fielder slipped, and that ball is going to fall as Eide comes up with it after he recovers. And Soderlin is aboard. O'Neill's going to score on the RBI single. Eide went back on it, and as he went to plant his foot and come forward on it, he slipped and fell, and he was unable to recover in time. Gavin Rissy now the batter for Martin, as that run by O'Neill was the first run scored by either team since the second inning. And time call at the plate as Gavin Rissy steps out of the box. There has been some sign stealing going on this weekend, so coaches are getting a little frustrated. First pitch misses. Ball gets by the pitcher, but runner not going to be advancing anywhere. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 on the way is in there for a strike. And Fickbohm evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Gavin Rissy. The 1-1. Swung on a miss. Pitch gets by Schoenfelder. And Soderlin is going to advance. One ball, 2 strikes. Gavin Rissy, the 1-2 on the way. Misses low and away. Schoenfelder snatches it quickly back to Fickbohm on the mound. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out so far here in the top half of the 6th inning. And the 2-2 misses low and away. Good hustle there by Schoenfelder as he's able to get to that ball and keep Soderlin at second. And the 3-2 misses off the plate, and Rissy will be aboard with the walk. We have runners on first and second. Jordan Rissy now coming to the plate. Jordan playing left field. And Beresford's coach out of the dugout again. And after 11 pitches, he's going to make another pitching change. While this is happening, we're going to take a quick break here, just a short one. We'll be back after this break here, and we'll give you all the defensive changes for Beresford. Back after this.
In
Learn
times
that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com. Out here.
And we're back after that short break to kind of give you the changes that we've seen. Evan Hake. Now we have confusion here as Evan Hake was in to pitch, but he's not allowed to pitch. He threw 35 pitches yesterday, and the cutoff is 30. So now we have to wait for more changes to come. Looks like they're calling in Tommy Walth. And now we're switching gloves, switching positions. Again, Tommy Walth comes in to pitch. Evan Hake goes back to first because he was not allowed to pitch. And it looks like Aiden Bobzine is going to go to right field. And I believe this is, I have to go back and look. We started the game off with Tucker Martz, and then we went to Alec Austin. Then we went to Ashton Oberly. Then we went to Jax Fickbaum. And now we're at Tommy Walth. So 5 pitchers for Beresford through 5 innings and a third. Still only 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Tommy Walth working on finishing up his warm-up pitches. Again, we still have one more game to follow this one. 30 minutes after this game, we will have Winter Cologne taking on Lennox. And again, all that action we brought to you live here on our Groton Baseball Softball YouTube channel. But we still have to put this one to bed here as we're in the top of the 6th inning. Have to finish out the 6th and have all the 7th. Beresford down 8-2 now, excuse me. I've been used to saying 7-2 so much because it's been that way for a while. But Martin has scored one here in the 6th inning to extend their lead to 8-2. Umpire Dalton Locke comes out to give the situation to new pitcher Tommy Walth. Let him know that there's runners on first and second and 1 out. Counts clean here. Jordan Rissy, the batter. And the first pitch, that misses low and in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 swung on, fouled, out of play. There's one of the $50 foul balls. I can't imagine the mad dash for that. Fingers crossed nobody gets hurt. Lots of people watching and waiting. Oh, foul ball called. Jordan Rissy did a kind of a half swing, and Roger Metzinger called the foul ball. Now he's going to talk to his crew, and they're going to make sure they determine they make the right call. Foul ball is the call as it hit off the bat first. And the winner of the $50 foul ball just came back up. Hard hit ball into center field by Jordan Rissy. Miles Eide back, and he makes a nice catch. Good strong throw coming into third, and it is not in time as Tucker Mart's unable to hang on to a good throw there by Miles Eide as he had to go back on that ball, catch it, and then be able to have enough arm strength to get a nice strong throw, and he did that. The throw was just a little late, but definitely right on target. So 2 outs. Lyle Knoll now the batter. Runners on first and third. Soderlin advanced on that fly ball. Gavin Rissy stayed at first. Runner goes. Now he's going to slow down, try to get caught up in something here. Maybe create a tough, some sort of situation. But one ball, no strikes. Runners on second and third. Lyle Knoll, the batter. And the 1-0 swung on a miss. Knoll over the top of that one. Count evened up now. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. 1-1 misses. Tommy Walth now pitching. Pitcher number 5 for Beresford. And their dugout right below us. I think I heard their coach tell somebody to go warm up. Hake doesn't see it. Now Austin doesn't see it, and that's going to fall down. And that's going to be an error on the second baseman, Alec Austin. Evan Hake came off the base. He said right away he didn't see it. And the way Alec Austin reacted, he maybe didn't see it either. So that Sun's kind of in a tough spot right now. But Martin gets another run, now 9-2. First pitch is in there for a strike for Riker Heath. No balls and one strike. 9-2 our score. And the 0-1 swung on and missed. Runner will move up to second on the play. That runner's Lyle Knoll. Gavin Rissy is at third, so runners on second, third, 2 outs. Riker Heath looking to find his way out, extend the inning. The 0-2, that's going to get by. Runner's going to come home. It's going to be a close play, and he beats the catcher back to the plate. And that will be the 10th run of the game for Martin as they extend their lead to 10-2. Lyle Knoll moves up to third on the play. And the 1-2, and that's going to hit Heath. So Riker Heath is going to get first base after being hit by the pitch. Cade Harris now the batter. Harris 1 for 3. Put the ball in play all 3 times. 2 ground outs. He singled way back in the first. Runner goes. There will be no throw, as they call that defensive indifference, as they don't even make an attempt on the play. And the 1-0. Then there for a strike. Count now even 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners take their lead from second and third. And the 1-1 misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Martin has scored 3 so far in the inning. The 2-1. That one misses. 3-1 now the count. Leadoff hitter Hayden Rissy stands on deck. And the 3-1 swung on and missed. Good cut there by Cade Harris. Again, as you see on the screen, he's not the biggest player, but he goes up there and gets his swings in. The 3-2 off the plate, and Harris is going to be on with a 2-out walk. That's going to load the bases, and Hayden Rissy coming to the plate. Rissy, the leadoff hitter, started the game at first base, now playing center field after a pitching change. Tommy Walt goes from the windup now. First pitch misses high. Walt looks in, gets a sign from Schoenfelder, now the 1-0. And that's going to skip in there, and Lyle Knoll doesn't try to score on the play. Not sure if they didn't feel he could score or if they're calling off the dogs here a little bit, as that sometimes happens when a team gets a big lead. Just a little bit of a unwritten rule there is you don't try to run it up on them, especially when it's the last game of the season. So that could be the case right here. 2-0 the count to Hayden Rissy. The 2-0 swung on and grounded up the middle. That's going to get through. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. There's going to be a play at the plate. Good throw, and gunned down at the plate is Riker Heath. Good throw there by Miles Eide. They do score 1 run, but Riker Heath is thrown out trying to score from second. So Hayden Rissy will be credited with a hit. But good play there by Miles Eide to end the inning. So Martin's going to get 4. They leave a couple. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Coming up for Beresford, it'll be Hake, Eide, and Wolf, and we'll have the bottom of the 6th inning when we come back after this break.
In times like
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
And we're back here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading things off for Beresford will be Evan Hake. Beresford getting down to their last 2 at bats here with the bottom of the 6th, and then ultimately the bottom of the 7th inning. They trail 11-2. Martin put 4 up there in the top of the 6th inning to extend their lead. Rush O'Neill still pitching for Martin. First pitch to Hake misses in the dirt for ball 1. And the 1-0 on the way. That's low and away. 2-0 the count now. Again, if you're Martin, you're just hoping that your pitcher O'Neill can just go out and throw strikes. He's got a 9-run lead. Doesn't have to do anything fancy. Doesn't have to try to strike everybody out. Just put the ball in play and get outs. And the 2-0 is in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. You know, there's sometimes a saying in baseball where you're going to trade outs for runs, and right now that is definitely the case, as they're down to their final couple of innings. The 2-1 is in there for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So O'Neill falls behind, 2 balls and no strikes. Now comes back, evens it up, 2-2. Nobody out. And the 2-2 on the way. That one misses off the plate. Good pitch there. Just missed. Count goes full now. And the 3-2 on the way. In the dirt. And that's going to put Hake on first base with a leadoff walk.
Number 10, center fielder Miles Eide.
Center fielder Miles Eide coming to the plate now. Eide, I don't think we have a real defensive MVP, but the kid who plays the most solid defense, I think, in the tournament would be this kid. He's patrolled the outfield quite well. Hake is chased back over at first. Made some nice plays. That last inning to end the inning, he came up firing and threw an absolute laser to home and cut down a runner trying to score. First pitch swung on and missed.
$50 foul ball.
Oh, there's that $50 foul ball. We've got kids everywhere. And we see one of the kids, they got gloves, so thankfully they're not fighting over it. No balls and 1 strike to Miles Eide. He swings and fouls another one back. So we went from kind of a foul ball drought to now 2 in a row. However, this one not a foul ball frenzy. No balls and 2 strikes. Again, Miles Eide, he was credited with the 2-run triple in yesterday's ball game that almost sparked a comeback. Check swing back to O'Neill, on to second for 1. The return throw is not in time. Nice play there as O'Neill fields his position, and they get the force out at second for 1. And the return throw to first is not in time as Eide hustled down the line and beat it by a step. Good turn there in the middle by Maddox Rissy. Eide just runs well enough to beat it out. First pitch in there to Tommy Walth is a strike. Walth is now the new pitcher for Beresford. O'Neill steps off and chases Eide back. The 0-1 runner goes. Walth swings and drives it into short center. Diving attempt by Hayden Rissy. He's not going to come up with it. Throw coming into third is offline. Gavin Rissy knocks it down. And it's not going to get away far enough for anybody to advance, but Tommy Walth will be credited with a single. And then he advanced to second on the throw to third.
Now batting number 7, the left fielder, Jax Fickbaum.
Jax Fickbaum now the hitter, or the batter for Beresford. Runners on second and third. Again, I said it in the early stages of the game. Beresford's not going to go away. They're going to keep playing. First pitch is in there for a strike. Good fastball there by Rush O'Neill. And again, in this situation, went and looked back at Jax Fickbaum for the tournament. He puts the ball in play. The 0-1 misses. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Maybe doesn't have a stellar average or anything, but he does put the ball in play, so that's what you like to see from your number 9 hitter. And the 1-1 on the way in the dirt. Good block there by Lyle Knoll. Again, both these catchers today, Lyle Knoll and Noah Schoenfeld, are earning their keep back there as pitchers are not making it easy on them. And the 2-1, that's in there for a strike. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two the count here to number 7, Jax Fickbaum. He pitched a little bit in this game. And the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and he goes down swinging for out number 2.
Now batting number 12, the shortstop, Ashton Overly.
Ashton Oberly now the batter. Overly 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts and a walk. He comes up with runners on second, third, Tommy Walth and Miles Eide. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Eide looked like he was taken there all the way. Looking to work the count a little bit. And Eide chased back even though nobody even covering at third. The 0-1 misses high. Nice snag there by Lyle Knoll as he comes out of his crouch to pull that one down. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Martin leading 11-2, and the 1-1 misses down. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 swung on and lined to short. Going to get over the glove of Maddox Rissy. Tommy Walth comes around. He's going to try to score. The relay to home is not going to get there, and Beresford's going to get 2 on a 2-out RBI single by Ashton Oberly.
Number 3, the left fielder, Aiden Bob.
11-4 now the score as Beresford pushes 2 across here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Aiden Bobzine now the batter, number 3. I believe he's playing right field now. I'm not 100% sure. Foul tip off the glove. And they're going to call time here. I'm going to give Noel a little bit of a chance. To me, it looks like whenever there's a change, Bob Zine's kind of the utility player. So I think he started the game at short or at third, then he moved to short, and then he was going to play first, and now he played left, and now I think he's in right. Runner goes. Throw down is short hopped into center, and Oberly is in safely with the stolen base. Good throw, not a bad throw there by Noel. It just you either have to decide if you get it there on the fly or if it's gonna hop, it's got to be a long hop. Those short hops are hard to handle for those middle infielders. The 1-1's going to get by Noel, and Oberly now is going to move up on the wild pitch. And again, we talked about it. Beresford's not going away. I know it's still a 7-run deficit, but we've seen 7 runs or more scored in an inning in this tournament, so it's definitely not out of the question. And the 2-1 swung on and hit in the air. Hayden Rissy over into right center. He's going to not make the catch as he drops it. And Bob Zine hustling, and he's going to be in at second base. And just like that, it's now an 11-5 ball game, and you know, sometimes that's all it takes is a couple of breaks. Tucker Martz now the batter, for he takes the first pitch for a strike. Martz 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And the 0-1 coming. Long check there for O'Neill. And Martz hits one into shallow center. That's going to fall in front of Rissy. Bob Zine's going to try to score. Good strong throw coming home. And it's knocked down, but he gets away. Nobody there. Very, very heads-up play there by Aiden Bob Zine as he stopped halfway down the line. Lyle Nolan knocks the ball down. It gets away from him, and he just scoots around him to score the 6th run of the game for Beresford. It was a good throw there by Rissy, but again, just like with the throw down to second, you either got to have the long hop or a ball on the fly. Now time is going to be called, and the players, the infield, is going to have a little conference on the mound. Alec Austin is going to be the batter for Beresford. Got his first hit back in the 5th inning. Up to that point, he had struck out twice. So 4 runs across here for Beresford in the home half of the 6th. 2 of them have come with 2 outs. First pitch in there at the knees for a strike. Rush O'Neill checks over at first. 0-1, Knoll knocks it down, keeps it in front. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. 11-6 the score. Ground ball sharply fouled down the third base line. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Again, Alec Austin the batter. He was 1 for 3 today with a single and 2 strikeouts. And the 1-2. That's in there for strike 3, and Austin goes down looking for the 3rd out. But Beresford does some damage. They cut into the lead. They score 4. They leave 1. Or they leave 2, excuse me. After 6 complete, it's 11-6 Martin. For Martin in the top of the 7th, it'll be Maddox Rissy, Rush O'Neill, and Kason Soderlin. And we'll have the top of the 7th inning when we come back after this break.
We hope you are all...
Ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live. Whether you're...
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
And we're back here, top of the 7th inning. What looked like it was going to be a bit of a blowout score has gotten a little closer. Beresford clawed their way back here. They matched Martin, as Martin scored 4 on the top of the 6th, and Beresford came back and scored 4 in the bottom of the 6th. So the 6th inning started with a 5-run deficit, and it ends with a 5-run deficit. So Tommy Wall still pitching for Beresford. He came in relief back in the 6th inning. Scheduled hitters for Martin here in the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Maddox Rissy, Rush O'Neill, and Kaysen Soderlin. Those three are the three guarantees to bat here for Martin. And Gavin Rissy, of course, if one of those were to reach. So Maddox Rissy officially in the scorebook, he is 0 for 1. Been on base 3 times, though, with 3 walks. Grounded out in his last at-bat. And the first pitch misses high. Tommy Walth looking in, gets his pitch from Schoenfelder, the 1-0. Swung on and hit into center. Miles Ide's tracking it, and he will put it away for out number 1. Again, just talked about it in the previous inning, and that Miles Ide, he plays a pretty solid center field out there. Gets a good jump on the ball and tracks it well, and also has himself a good strong arm. So Rush O'Neill, the batter, now takes low for ball number 1. Well set, now he comes home, and we're going to see a foul ball out of play over in one of the Little League fields here, and see some of the Lennox ball players even getting in on the foul balls over there. The 1-1, that misses down low. Made O'Neill think about it a little bit, but he doesn't chase. And the 2-1, and that's going to hit O'Neill, and O'Neill's going to be on after being hit by the pitch. Kaysen Soderlin now coming to bat. Soderlin was the starting pitcher for Martin. He was taken out, I want to say, in the 3rd or 4th inning for Rush O'Neill, who has pitched every inning since. Runner goes, pitch is high, and O'Neill is in safe at second. I think there was a little cross up there by pitcher and catcher, as that looked like a breaking ball, and Schoenfelder was not ready for that pitch. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. Soderlin not sure he agrees with that one, but count goes even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Walth checks the runner at second, and the 1-1, that misses up and away. Excuse me. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out to the Martin first baseman, Kaysen Soderlin. And the ball's going to get away from the catcher, and that's going to allow Rush O'Neill to move up to third. 3 balls now, 1 strike. Again, 30 minutes following this game, we will have our championship game between Lennox and Winter Cologne. The 3-1, that's going to miss, and Soderlin's going to draw a walk. Going to put runners on first and third. Gavin Rissy now the batter. Rissy has 1 hit in today's game, scored a couple of runs. Walth checks the runners, and he comes home. Pitches inside. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Gavin Rissy, the batter. And the 1-0 runner goes, and no throw. And Soderlin is going to be in safely, so now runners on second and third. 1 out. Pitch was called a strike, so 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1. This is high. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. Be the 35th pitch of the game for Tommy Walth in relief. And that's a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Count goes even. The 2-2. Pitch misses to run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2. And that's going to miss. And Gavin Rissy will draw himself a 1-out walk to load the bases for Jordan Rissy. Bases loaded, 1 out. Beresford going to bring their infield in as there'll be a force at home. Jordan Rissy takes high for ball 1. Tommy Walsh sets, comes home. Pitch misses, now 2-0. Again, if you're Jordan Rissy, you're in there. I mean, yeah, you want to be aggressive, but the pressure's on Tommy Walsh, as he's got to throw strikes because there's no room out there. And throw down to third, not in time. Schoenfelder snaps it down. Good close play down here. Two and 1 the count to Jordan Rissy, looking to extend the lead here. He swings through a fastball and misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good pitch there by Tommy Walsh. Not sure. Haven't seen Beresford at all this year. I'm not sure how much pitching Tommy Walsh does, but looks like he's kind of laboring out there a little bit already. And the 2-2. And that's going to be a check swing grounder. And nobody's covering first. And it's going to be safe at first as Walsh and Rissy collide. Rissy's helmet flies off, but he hops back up. He's excited. Run will score on the play, and everybody will advance. A little bit behind here on my book. My apologies. 12-6 as Lyle Knoll swings through the first one. So bases are loaded. Jordan Rissy on first, Gavin Rissy on second, Kason Soderlin at third. Still only 1 out. Lyle Knoll the batter. The 0-1 is in the dirt, going to get by. Soderlin's going to try to score from third, and he will. And everybody else moves up. And it's going to bring Beresford's coach out of the dugout. Got some changes most likely going to be happening here as coach comes out of the dugout with the with the grease board in his hand. That means there's going to be some changes made. So looks like a couple guys coming into the field. Going to be some changes. Number 4 coming into pitch. Looks like Jacob Cole. And we're not quite sure yet who Cole is in for. If he is in for Hake, which I think he might be, because it doesn't look like much else has changed defensively. I think Walsh is going back to right, and I think Bob Zine is moving into first, in which Hake will vacate that spot, and Jacob Cole will be in that spot in the lineup. So Jacob Cole seeing his first action of the tournament here in the 7th inning. Martin has scored 2 more runs to extend their lead 13-6. Again, we still have 1 more game left today. We have our championship game between Winter Cologne and Lennox. That game will be coming 30 minutes after the completion of this game. Give the grounds crew an opportunity to get the field prepped and ready for that championship game. Again, if you're wondering, why things are a little bit late, we did have a bit of a delay. We got the first game in, but in between the first and the second game, we had some rain, which created some wet conditions on the field, and took the grounds crew a little bit of extra time to get the field ready to go. So looks like we have some more changes as Alec Austin is coming off the field now, and number 20 is going into the game, and number 20 looks to be Lucas Anderson. So Lucas Anderson now in for Alec Martin. 1-1 is the count as this pitching change happened in the middle of a batter. So first pitch is in the dirt. Lyle Knoll still the batter. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, I believe our changes, Tommy Walth went back to right, and Aiden Bobzine came into first. 2-1. Evan Hake came out of the game. Jacob Cole is the new pitcher, and then now just right before they got back to playing, ball chop foul. Before they came back to play, Lucas Anderson came in substitution for Alec Austin. So Beresford getting a few kids in that haven't seen any action here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on second, third, 1 out. Three-two pitch gets by, and Gavin Rissy's going to score. Jordan Rissy will move up to third, and Lyle Knoll goes to first on the walk. 14-6 is new score. Riker Heath now the batter. Runner goes. No throw as the first pitch is in there for a strike. Lyle Knoll moves up. Second and third now. 1 out. And the 0-1. Swung on, popped up. Overly calls for it, and he's going to put it away for out number 2. Ashton Overly back at shortstop. 2 outs now. Cade Harris, the batter. Harris been on a couple of times. He singled in his first at-bat, walked in his last at-bat, and then had a couple of ground outs in the middle there. And the first pitch on the way is over his head for ball 1. Want to know the count. Jacob Cole now the pitcher in 1-0. Swung on, and that ball is going to be lined into short center for a base hit. And Cade Harris gets his second single of the game. He's been on 3 times. Hayden Rissy now the batter, top of the order, back up here for Martin. Hayden Rissy, the 9th batter to come to the plate this inning. First pitch misses up and away. Runners on first and third. Cade Harris on first. And Lyle Knoll on third. The 1-0. That misses. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Martin has scored 4 so far. They lead 15-6. And the 2-0 is swung on and lifted into center. Aidi coming in hard, but Fickbaum calls for it. He's going to put it away for out number 3. All that, though, Martin scores 4 on a couple hits. They leave a couple. After 6.5, it's 15-6. Coming up for Beresford, we'll see Schoenfelder, Jacob Cole, and Idy, and we'll have the bottom of the 7th inning when we come back to Lockhart Field after this break.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
And we're back here, bottom of the 7th inning, last chance for Beresford. They trail 15-6. As Martin scored 4 in the top half of the 7th to extend that lead to 9 runs. We're going to see Noah Schoenfelder, Jacob Cole, and Miles Idy, I think. I know Beresford's coaches are working on getting guys in, and I think that's going to be what happens right here. Ethan Bobzien going to be the batter here as he's pinch hitting for Noah Schoenfelder. First pitch swinging, fouled back. Next up for Beresford, if this stays the same, will be Jacob Cole. Bobzien takes on the corner for a strike, so no balls and 2 strikes. Again, Rush O'Neill still pitching. He's at 81 pitches, came in relief of Kaysen Soderlin. And the 0-2, that's off the plate. You know, if you're Martin's coaches, you tell Rush O'Neill before this inning, we've got a 9-run lead. Let's just go out, throw strikes, work on getting outs. And the 1-2. And that one misses, and of course we all know that that's always easier said than done. But O'Neill's thrown a pretty good game here since he's come in, so I think he's perfectly capable of going out and getting the job done. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ethan Bobzien. A 2-2. This is low, full count. I haven't seen Bobzien in for defense other than pitching, let alone offense. So the 3-2. Swung on, chop foul. Bobzien catches a piece of it, stays alive in the at-bat. Count stays 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 in the dirt, and Ethan Bobzien is going to find himself on base with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jacob Cole now the batter. Cole came in as a relief pitcher in the top of the 7th. He will now get his first at-bat of the game and of the tournament, for that matter. Again, as I believe that was Bobzien's first plate appearance, Ethan Bobzien's first plate appearance of the game. First pitch to Cole, swung on and missed. As he's a little anxious there, a little out front. No balls and 1 strike. Again, you hope for O'Neill here just to throw strikes if you're Martin's coaches, just to put it across the plate. The 0-1, swung on, popped up. Gavin Rissy finds it in foul territory, and he puts it away for out number 1. I think we have another pinch hitter coming up. Charles Idy is going to bat for Miles Idy. First pitch misses inside. Again, this is, I believe, Charles Idy's first time at the plate. The 1-0. That gets away from Knoll. And that's going to allow Ethan Bobzine to move up to second. O'Neill coming set. And the 2-0. 3-0 now. The 3-0. Then their first strike. Rush O'Neill trying to work back in. And the 3-1. And that one misses. And Charles Eide draws a walk. Beresford emptying their bench right here, as it looks like number 16, Gage Scholerman is going to come in to run for Eide. Runners on first and second. And pinch hitter number 14, Kyson Mansfield. Kyson Mansfield swung on, and that one's hit into left field. Jordan Rissy puts it away. Runners don't advance. And we're down to our last out. And Kason Voss is going to be the batter for Jax Fickbaum. Voss came in and was a starting pitcher in yesterday's game, I believe. First pitch misses low. So Beresford down to their final out. They trail 15-6, runners on first and second. I think, like I said, Beresford emptying their bench, giving everybody a chance here. The 1-0 misses. Watching Voss standing there, doesn't look like he usually gets a whole lot of at-bats. The 2-0 swung on and grounded to third. Going to get through for a hit. Ethan Bobzine coming around third. He's going to score. And we've got a chance here of a play at third. So Kason Voss comes in and he gets a single. Drives in a run as Ethan Bobzine scores from third. Gage Scholerman comes around and he slides around the tag at third. And now our score 15-7. Ashton Oberly now up to bat. First pitch misses for a ball. Oberly singled and scored back in the sixth. Part of a 4-run inning for Beresford. And the 1-0 in the dirt. And runner at first, Kason Voss doesn't advance. Again, I'm not sure, based off of that, how much non-pitching playing time this guy gets. Most players, that's an automatic, especially going to second. And the 2-0 swung out, popped up. Cade Harris coming in hard, and it's going to fall. Foul! First base umpire Ace Boucher right on top of the call, and he calls it foul. That was the 100th pitch of the game for Rush O'Neill. And the 2-1 in the dirt. That was 102. 3-1 the count. The 3-1. That misses low, and that's going to load the bases for Beresford. as Oberly draws the walk. Aiden Bobzine now coming to the plate. Pitch count's at 103. As we mentioned, the daily limit for a pitcher is 105, but if he starts a batter less than 105, he can finish that batter. So unless he gets it'll be his last batter no matter what, because if he gets Bobzine out, the game's over, and if he doesn't, it's his last batter. First pitch misses high. So Martin hoping that this is his last batter because he gets the third out. The 1-0 swung on, popped up. Cade Harris coming in from right field. He's got it measured, and he puts it away for out number 3. So Cade Harris puts it away for the third out. Bobzine flies out. Your final 15-7. Final out recorded on the 105th pitch. We had that happen earlier today too, so kind of nice to see that happen. We'll take a short break and we'll recap this game and preview the championship game, and we'll do that after we take this quick break.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
About a half hour. And welcome back. Third place game decided. Martin is your winner of the third and fourth place game as they defeat Beresford 15-7, I believe the final was. And a game that saw lots of runs, lots of pitches thrown. Rush O'Neill threw 105 pitches, and he was the relief pitcher. So, and for Beresford, they threw 5 or 6 different pitchers. Their starting pitcher was Tucker Martz. He threw 85 through 3 innings. So, might have to go back and check out that stat as to how many pitches were actually thrown between the two teams, because I'm fairly certain it was a lot. But after all that said and done, we had 22 runs scored, and Martin was victorious. So great tournaments by both teams. Beresford continued to scratch and claw their way back in, just never got enough to get back close enough, as Martin seemed like whenever Beresford would score, Martin would answer and keep that lead extended out. So thanks to both teams for coming. Safe travels home. Thank you to their fans for tuning in. Appreciate all the support that they bring to the community here in Groton. Martin's a fun team to watch. Beresford also a very fun team. Those two teams, they can play. They can play ball. I think it's going to be fun to watch as these teams continue to move through the ranks, and I look forward to seeing what Beresford and Martin have to bring through the years of Junior Legion and Legion. Coming up in about 30 minutes, we're going to have our championship game, final game of the tournament, game number 11, where we will see Lennox taking out Winter Cologne. Both these teams undefeated, 2-0 in the tournament. Should be a great matchup, as gotten to see both games, and these teams can play. They can both play pretty solid defense. They can hit the ball. They've got some solid pitching all the way around, and, of course, some very good coaching on top of that. So excited to see what's to come. But looking at our time right now, 6:30, probably looking at our first pitch right around the 7 o'clock hour. So we'll start a little pregame show at probably about 7 or 6:50, 6:55. So if you're tuning in, come back and join us for the final game of the tournament. We'd appreciate that. Thank you to all the sponsors on that you see on the screen for providing this stream. And again, thank you to Lincoln Shilhonick, my right-hand man up here, as he's been stepping in for Axel Warrington, who had a prior engagement. So Lincoln stepped in and doing a great job to help us out. But we'll be back here in roughly 25-30 minutes for Championship Sunday to finish it out with Lennox and Winter Cologne. And we will see you back here then.